Whenever I'm given a nice piece of venison, this is one of my go-to recipes. It's an easy stew that goes from stovetop to oven and back up to the stove. The best part about it is that you can customize it to your own taste. So let's take a look and see how it's made. We'll start off by cutting up the veggies. I'm using 1 yellow onion cut into small wedges. I've got about 1.5 pounds of venison. Next, I'm going to slice up 3 cloves of garlic. You don't have to get them too fine because you cook this a long time and they'll sort of melt into the stew. Next, chop up 2 or 3 big carrots. I'm chopping up about 1 pint of mushrooms, just into quarters or halves depending on their size. To season the venison, I keep it really simple. I'm just going to use some garlic powder, sea salt, and black pepper. Later on in the recipe, we'll introduce additional flavors. Finish off by adding 2 tablespoons of flour to the meat and tossing it all in with your fingertips. Over medium heat in a Dutch oven, you want to get 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil nice and hot. Sear your meat on both sides for about 1 minute on each side. Brown the meat in batches if you have to, and then set it aside. Add the onions and garlic to your hot pan, and don't worry about the black spots, that's just the flour and seasonings. I like to add about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, just to give it a little tangy flavor. Give it a good stir and then deglaze the pan with about 1/4 cup of red wine or stock. Once you've scraped up all the browned bits, add back the meat and all of the veggies that you cut up. Make sure you preheat the oven to 300 degrees. Mix it all up and top it with about 2 cups of broth, stock, or water and a bouillon cube. After a few minutes, the vegetables will be softened and you can cover it with a lid or foil and put it in the oven for an hour. When the time's up, your stew will look like this. I like to return it to the stovetop and put in a chopped peeled potato. Let it simmer for 15 minutes and you're all set. This venison stew is great on its own with some bread and butter, or even just served on rice. I like to top mine with a little bit of fresh chopped up parsley. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.